Like, you know that feeling when you're just on your period, you don't feel pretty, you don't feel like yourself? That is gone, and that was the reason I got on Kyleena, and we are getting into it. I gotta moisturize for this one, y'all. Whew, we are getting into it today. Alright guys, hey guys, it's your girl Maui. I know, I cannot believe it. It's been 1 full year. Like, I remember the day I got Kyleena inserted. How is it? It feels like it's been like 3 years, but it's literally been 1 full year. Like, it's crazy. It feels like it's been so much time, but it feels like it's been a long time, like a short amount of time at the same time. But we're here. It is finally our 1 year update on Kyleena. Like, I cannot believe I'm not saying months anymore. But I just want to take a quick second for all this love and support that you guys have given me on my last videos, and like all the like encouraging words through all my symptoms and stuff. I really appreciate it. We've went through our insertion video, our 1 month update, our 3 month update, our 6 month update, our 8 month update, and now we're finally here to 1 year on Kyleena. Thank you guys so much for being along with the journey, but let's get into it. Okay, so in my last 8 month update, I went through everything that happened to me during Kyleena, so I don't want to be too repetitive in this video, so I'm just going to give you guys everything I've learned about Kyleena with my body and where I am now that it's been a year. If you guys want to check out those videos, I highly recommend you do, because those videos are like super in-depth of what happened each month or each like time interval. But now that it's been a year that Kyleena is in my body and that I'm used to it, here are the updates. So I haven't gotten any weight gain, I don't think. When I first got Kyleena inserted, I was about 170 pounds, I would say, and I've lost like a lot of weight. I'm not saying it was due to Kyleena. I've had a different like lifestyle recently, so I've lost a bit of weight, so I haven't gained any weight, if that is what you were wondering about Kyleena. I don't know if other people have gained weight, but for me personally, Kyleena has not made me gain weight, and it hasn't stopped me from losing weight, if that's what you're wondering. I was like 170 pounds when I first got Kyleena, and I'm now 153 pounds. So I don't know. Some people, I don't know. It depends. I don't know if anybody's ever complained about weight gain on Kyleena, but that hasn't affected me at all. So I'm super happy about that, because I know a lot of girls were super like annoyed with like the depot shot and different IUDs and like the arm birth control when it comes to gaining weight. So I'm really glad that Kyleena hasn't affected me in that way. When it comes to acne, at first in the summertime, around like my 7-8 month era, I just got an influx of pimples everywhere on my chest. It was really, really bad. I'm not used to like having a lot of pimples or like acne at all, so that was really weird for me, but I was able to clear that up, thankfully, and I don't have that issue anymore. What I will say is, though, my skin is not the same as it was, and I know it's because of Kyleena. I am used to having like really, really clear skin, like vibrant, like very healthy skin. Not to brag at all, but I'm used to having that type of skin tone, and now I notice that like it's nothing crazy to the point where I'm like, I need to get Kyleena out of me, but I will get a blemish here and there, which I'm not used to at all, but it's not terrible. It's not like extreme acne the way it was when it first came. I notice now that, which is something I notice a lot of girls, that happens to a lot of girls regularly, a week or two before my period, I will see blemishes. So it's not all the time, but a week or two before my period, I will see blemishes, and I'll be like, okay, I have a pimple here, or I'll take off my makeup. I'm like, oh my goodness, I have like little pimples on my face, and then I'll be like, okay, my period's. I'll check my period app, and I'll be like, okay, my period's coming up. So that's something that's like what it has been now that it's been a year. Like now when I get my periods, I know that maybe a week before I'm gonna get like a little bit of pimples, but I think that's normal, and I think a lot of girls on their natural period, regardless of birth control or not, I think that happens too. So that is one update. If you guys are wondering about my ingrown hair situation, it has gotten tremendously better. Before it was just like attacking me like all at once. Now I don't get ingrown hairs as much. Yeah, I don't get them as much. Like before, it was a 10. It was a 10 with the ingrown hairs. Now I'd say it's like a 2.5. So it's like a like a 2.5 now when it comes to the ingrown hair, so that is such a blessing. I don't know, well, I do know. I don't know if the ingrown hairs like stopped on their own, but I've started using this product called Finapil. If you guys want a video on that product, I will be so happy to do so. That product has saved my life when it comes to these ingrown hairs. Like when it came to the acne, the ingrown hairs, and just like the hair growth, I was ready. I was ready to call Planned Parenthood and like get this thing out of me. And I was so sad about it because I was like, I am enjoying the way my period is going so far. Like it has been a blessing to me. So for my skin to be the issue is so annoying, but luckily I found a product that helped me out with it. And I'm not sure if it's just the product or like it calmed down on its own, but whatever it is, your girl is grateful because those ingrown hairs were not pretty. And if you suffer from PCOS or anything that causes ingrown hairs, this product works great for just, like, it's not meant for just, like, Kyleena or IUD purposes or birth control purposes, I should say. This product works great for ingrown hairs, just, like, unwanted, like, things in your skin, just to expel dirt out of your skin and, like, hairs and stuff. So if you guys want a video on that, please let me know. I will do that for you guys. Cramping. Okay, so cramping, my cramping isn't bad. Like when it's not gone all the way. Like I know in the beginning when I first got Kyleena inserted, I was getting crazy cramps. Like the cramps were just so intense. I don't get those intense cramps like I used to anymore. Like I would get those like once a day, 2 times a day, 3 times a day, whatever it was for like a second or two. And then it turned into I would get it once a week, once a month. Now I get it very, very randomly if I get it at all. So if you are worried about those crazy cramps that I was like deathly afraid of when I first got it inserted, you don't have to worry about those anymore. I actually have a friend who just got it inserted and she's telling me about it and I'm like, girl, I know this is just my experience, but it definitely calmed down for me, so hopefully it'll calm down for you as well. My butthole cramps have gone away. But I just feel like throughout the year, like my body was just getting used to like the different hormones and stuff. Throughout this entire experience, my period itself, which is the reason why I got it inserted, has been amazing. Like amazing. Like it doesn't knock me out. Like my natural period, I'd be out for a week. My first day, intense cramping. Like there were days where I wouldn't go to school, I wouldn't go to work just because I was cramping so hard. Like if I had a partner with me, they'd be like, are you okay? My brother would come into my room sometimes like, should we go to the hospital? I'm like, I'm good. Holding on to the sheets because my cramps were so bad. I'd have a heat pad on me at all times. I'm popping like 8 ibuprofens a day, which is not good. And now when I get my period, you won't even catch me taking ibuprofen. Like it's really so light. The cramping is gone. I don't get bloating anymore. Like, you know that feeling when you're just on your period, you don't feel pretty, you don't feel like yourself? That is gone, and that was the reason I got on Kyleena, and I'm just so grateful for that. Like, I'm just so grateful for that. When my 3 years is up, I'm gonna be so sad that I'm gonna have to probably take time off the IUD just to get my body back to normal, but like, I am just so grateful for like not having like an intense period like that because it was seriously such a damper like on my life. Like I'm just so sorry for the break, but that was just a grateful moment for me when it comes to Kyleena. My period is just so much better. I don't get like the tender breasts anymore, the backaches, the fatigue that I would get. Like all of those have either completely gone away or they went from a 10 to a 1 to the point where like it's not even that serious anymore. I'm just like, oh, my period, not a big deal. My period used to be 5 days exactly and then like 1 extra day with like the gravy, I guess you could call it. Now my period is 3 to 5 days and every month it fluctuates between, some days it'll be 3 days, sometimes it'll be 4 days, maybe 5 days. And even if it is 5 days, it is so extremely light, it doesn't even matter. Like, doesn't even matter. I started using a Diva cup and I see the amount of blood I'm shedding and I'm like, this is nothing. I'll use a pad and I'll be like, okay, I just wasted a pad. Or I'll use a tampon and I'll take it out sometimes and it'll be completely clear. And I'm like, this is heaven sent. But yeah, that's how Kyleena has been for me so far. This year is going really great. A lot of you guys have asked me about my emotions and stuff. In my last video, I was telling you guys, like, I've just been going through personal stuff, so I don't know. But I feel like I've been getting back to myself. On a regular, I would say I do get, like, I know on my natural period, I would be super irritable. I would say throughout the day, I might be a little more irritated or irritable than normal. I think things might like tick me off a little faster than they do normally. But besides that, I've been working with that, and it's nothing that would stray me, nothing intense enough to stray me away from Kyleena. And I don't even know if that's because of Kyleena solely. So that is what I have for my emotions when it comes to Kyleena this year. Yeah, if you guys are wondering if it's weird when you're having sex, not at all. Like when you first get it inserted, it's like, do you feel that? But then after a while, you're like, oh, I forgot that was in there. That's just something you have to talk about with your partner if they feel uncomfortable by it, which it doesn't matter, first of all. But I know there are options where you can go in and they can like trim it shorter for you just in case. But this is about you, girl. We don't care about them. So when it comes to like intimacy, it did not get in the way at all. Natural period has been great. My skin isn't as bad. I told you guys like the acne comes like a little bit before my period, which is completely normal. I don't get the bloating anymore. I don't feel like a big cow when I'm like on my period anymore, which is amazing. I love that for me. Yeah, those random ingrown hairs where I was getting them like everywhere are gone too. But besides that, things have been going really great on Kyleena. All those like really bad symptoms I was getting in my last one have gone now. I've cleared them up, and I feel like my body is finally regulating to Kyleena to the point where I'm not getting too many surprises anymore. Like it's finally regulated to my body. I know what I'm gonna get every month. Light periods are guaranteed. No bloating is guaranteed. Barely any cramping is guaranteed, and all of like the other period symptoms I have are just like, what I will say is my period does change. Like the 28-day cycle, the 29 days, like usually after like my natural period, I get it on the 2nd of every month, which is the first week of every month. Now I get it on the last week of every month, and I know throughout the year, like, it would change when I would get it, like, but now I think it's a little bit regular. I'm gonna show you guys my period after these last few months and show you, just, like, how it's been. Y'all see the nonsense my phone is doing right now? Okay. Apparently, my period app does not want to open for you guys. Let's see if it'll let me. Alright, never mind. My period app does not want to open for you guys, but like I was saying, my period has been regular these last few months. I know throughout the year it would change. It would be the first week, it would be the second week, it would be the fourth week, it would be the third week. It would be doing whatever it wants. There was 1 month in this year, I think it was in June or May. It was in May. I got my period twice in 1 month. And it was at the first week of the month and the end of the month. But besides that, I think my period has finally regulated to my body, and we are in the clear. Hopefully I don't jinx it. But if you guys want another update, like 2-year update, 6 months from now, if I get any changes, please let me know. Once again, thank you guys so much for the support on these videos. It means the world to me that you guys trust me and trust like my advice that I'm giving you, and just like my journey, my personal journey at that. But as always, if you guys like this video, please let me know. Give me a big fat thumbs up. Let me know what your experiences have been. If it differs from mine completely, like I'm so interested in hearing what you guys are going through. Let me know if you guys have been taking it out and how that process was, because I'm a little nervous because I know the insertion process was pretty painful, so I'm kind of nervous about like the exiting process. But if you guys have gone through that, please let me know in the comments down below. As always, give this video a big fat thumbs up. If you like this face, if you want to see more videos from me, I like to do a lot of self-love, travel, lifestyle content, beauty content, whatever you guys want. Just subscribe. Why not? Join the fam. I'm pretty nice. I try to be. But I will see you guys in the next video.